I absolutely almost got in the wrong car. I hate drinking plain water. I get these every single week. Always get a variety of proteins here. Do I need this? No. Do I want this? Yes. Do I have room for this? Also no. Hello friends. Okay, I just pulled into Aldi. I think I have like 1 minute before it opens. Today, I'm going to literally take you with me into the grocery store, and we're really just gonna go through everything I typically buy in a week. I'll kind of let you know how I use it, why I buy it. I'm just literally gonna go through the store, everything that I usually grab, I'm gonna show you guys. So I hope that this video will kind of show you again what it actually looks like to grocery shop as an intuitive eater, what kinds of things I'm buying each week. You guys get a lot of this from my full days of eating, kind of my thought process, but I thought it would be fun to do it in the grocery store. So that's what we're gonna do. And so I'm doing things that I typically buy every week, but then also things that I check before I go grocery shopping to make sure that I actually have. I realize I have my sunglasses on. Hi guys. So that's what we're doing in this video. I see people go in, so I'm gonna grab my quarter, I'm gonna grab my camera, my purse, and let's do it. All right guys, so these salad kits are my favorite. I buy them pretty much every single week, but I use them for different things. So this one, the Southwest one, I usually just have this like with, I'll add some rice, some chicken, but I ate it like kind of as like a cold salad. This one is what I always use. I have a recipe called warm salad kit. I've made it on the channel here before. This is the best one to serve warm, and it ends up being kind of like a stir fry. It's a really good one. And then this one, they also have a, which I'm not seeing it here, a avocado one. This one is really good for salad kit wraps. I also make that a lot here on this channel. So I just put essentially some of this plus some sort of protein inside a tortilla, and it makes the best wrap. But I always, oh, this is the one, guys. This one is also really good for the salad kit wraps. The bacon avocado ranch, really good. I mean, you can use any, but those are my favorite ones. And then lately what I've been doing is just buying an extra one, because there's always been a day that I have just not wanted to make dinner. So like literally, I mean, this one is also okay warm, but just, these are so freaking easy, you guys, and they are so good. And they're always, I think, a lot cheaper than like the other brands. Like, so definitely grab these. So I actually don't buy bread at Aldi. I usually get it from Costco. I really like Dave's Killer bread, but I always like to have bread on hand. We are a chips and salsa household. I always will serve like chips, especially if I have that Southwest salad kit. I'll either do rice or serve it with tortilla chips. Then we always have some salsa, and we just get, again, just the regular old tortilla chips, regular old salsa, store brand. I always make sure to have some eggs on hand. They're such a easy protein source. I always open them just to double check. I'm sure most people do this. Open them to double check nothing is cracked, but these are such an easy, affordable protein source. Plus, sometimes just want to bake something, you know? Quick oats and old-fashioned oats are always a staple. We always have them. Obviously, we don't have to buy them every week, but oatmeal is such a great overnight oats. You can do them cold, you can do them hot. Like, I just feel like you can turn this into oat flour for baking. I like to use that in baked oats, obviously. And then my husband prefers these for oatmeal, so we always have those, but this is also good for baking. I always have both sweet onions and both red onions on hand. Add them to everything. If pretty much anything I make on the stove, like I will just add some onion, just add so much flavor and delicious. Okay guys, I am literally obsessed with freeze-dried fruit. It is my favorite thing. Rarely do I say that for anything not candy tastes like candy. In this, it's not candy, but I think an accurate thing is it tastes as sweet as candy. These are so good, the mangoes. And then I always have a couple bags, because I don't want to run out of the freeze-dried strawberries. I always add this to my smoothie cereal. You guys see me eat this a lot on full days of eating. It's also really great, just a little crunch in, honestly, anything. Overnight oats, anything. So fabulous. So while I'm here, I just noticed a couple things that are really catching my eye. So these are just salad topping things. One of the reasons why I love those salad kits is because it makes making a salad so easy. But like, you could easily just get one of these and it's got all like the goodness. Like I have a hard time like buying the toppings. I feel like if I use sunflower seeds, for instance, you have to buy a huge thing of sunflower seeds. Who knows if I'm gonna want to eat sunflower seeds for that long, right? I might get sick of them. I mean, they don't really go bad, but moral of the story, this one is a dried cranberries and walnut glaze. I can dig it. I also just don't want to store like large volumes of things. All right guys, another thing I always have on hand is plain Greek yogurt. They are out of the, I wanted to talk about the difference between the two. They are out of the whole milk option. All they have is the non-fat option, and we'll talk about that for a hot second. But this is so, I buy it because it is so versatile, you guys. You can do, let's get over here. You can do so much with it. I use it for baked oats, smoothies. I use it for marinades in, let me turn you around. Okay, like I said, it is so versatile. Smoothies, I also use it for smoothies, yogurt bowls, overnight oats, anything that you add like extra flavor to, I feel like plain is fine. But then I can also use it for savory things like marinade. I always add some to a marinade because I just think it, like, if you're doing chicken or pork or anything like that, I think it allows it to, the flavors and actual things to stick better. And I also use it for like tacos and stuff. Yes, I could buy sour cream, but like that's the only thing I'm gonna use it for, would be like a taco, and I don't want it to go bad. So for me, I think like a Greek yogurt is much more versatile. So then what's the difference between, this could be a whole YouTube video in itself, like literally breaking down yogurt, guys. Let me know if you want that. But in terms of like, should you buy non-fat, should you buy full fat, I don't think there's a right or wrong option. I think it also depends on how you're going to use it, because having something with some fat in it can be a form of gentle nutrition. I teach my clients this in the society. Having no food rules doesn't mean you don't think about nutrition. That can help you craft meals that make you feel more full and satisfied. So if it's something that doesn't have a lot of other fat sources in it, it might be, okay, I'm gonna use some gentle nutrition and get the one with fat in it. If you're gonna use it in a smoothie with like peanut butter or something in it, then the non-fat would be fine. If I were to be picking this right now, it's literally my only option. So I would keep that in mind as I'm preparing things. If I was gonna use this for like a taco salad, maybe I would also get an avocado to put on top, or intentionally add peanut butter when I made a smoothie with it or something like that. So taste preference also does come into consideration here. So like there can be a texture difference. One is thicker, one is thinner. There's a lot to consider. There's not a right or wrong answer, but I always say you shouldn't feel guilt, stress, or anxiety from the full fat option. That signals a food rule, not a food preference. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did not come on a good day. Look, I also buy like the individual ones, but there is slim pickings today. There's only 2 options for Greek yogurt. So like availability also does play a role. I think we're seeing that now in what you buy, but I usually will just get a couple different flavors of the plain ones. And personally, I don't micromanage like sugars or anything like that. So this one is a low sugar option. This one is also, I think, a lower sugar option. Maybe not. You guys don't need to be looking at an empty shelf for that long. So for me, I buy my yogurts based on flavor because that's what's the most satisfying thing to me. I don't micromanage the sugar amount in them. As an intuitive eater with no food rules, I personally don't have a ton of other things in my day that typically have lots of added sugar. So I'm fine with this being one of the things that I'm like, you know what, that's where my sugar is going to come from. It's fine to have sugar in your day. And as an intuitive eater, when you live with no food rules, what I teach in the society, like I said, you are actually drawn to more of a wide variety. You do eat a lot of those quote unquote whole foods a lot of the time. So that's just not something that you really need. I personally need to micromanage as an intuitive eater with no food rules. But like I said, let me know if we think, I kind of feel silly, like, do we need a whole video on yogurt? But I kind of think I get a ton of questions on that, so we might. So let me know in the comments, do we need a literal yogurt video? Okay, this is not something I usually buy, but this is why I love Aldi. There's always just something fun to have. What's the other kind? Asiago Caesar is another one. Oh, hello. Sometimes we have an insane amount of these, but these are so great, literally for just throwing in anything, sauces, spaghetti, stir fries, anything like that. I love these. It's okay to, I don't like the term quote unquote sneaking in veggies, but I think it's absolutely fine to take things like this. I mean, literally any canned veggie works so well. I don't think it's sneaking in veggies. You're just adding them in a way that tastes good to you and that you enjoy. We're not trying to sneak. We're not trying to kid ourselves, right? But these you can really put in a lot of things, and they add texture and you don't notice them that much. Great little veggie boost. So I always make sure we have some kind of pasta in the pantry. Whole wheat can be a really great option if you want something with a little added fiber. I know my husband is picky about like the shape, and sometimes the whole wheat literally doesn't come in that shape, especially like these boxed ones down here. So like, again, I don't stress if it's not a whole grain, but I always make sure we have some kind of pasta on hand. The reason I always have pasta on hand is because it's sometimes like the easiest thing. You're like, I don't have anything for dinner. I always know I have pasta sauce. I have pasta in the pantry. Cool, I can at least whip that up. We usually have some sort of protein source. Boom, dinner, done. Okay guys, this aisle, this Aldi finds the weekly specials. It gets me every single time. There's always so many good things in here. It looks like a lot of kids stuff this week, but oh, we have like just like random stuff. Like, did I know I needed this? No. Do I probably need it? Actually, no. Do I want it? Yeah, I do. What would I use it for? Not a clue. Like stuff like this, you guys. Like, do I need this? No. Do I want this? Yes. Do I have room for this? Also no. Okay, now I'm just really getting sidetracked in this video. I really want these. Whenever I have like mixing bowls or something, like I don't like saran wrap. They have multiple options, you guys. Like, do I need these? I kind of do. And then I hate when my spoon rests. I have a metal one. It always bangs. I keep it on like the hook on my oven, but silicone, like that wouldn't make that big loud. Do I need these? And they're on sale. This is what happens every single week I go grocery shopping. Another shopper just asked me if I was from headquarters. Oh, I did throw something in my cart I meant to show you guys. Flavor water things. I hate drinking plain water. I get these every single week. And I also get these flavored waters. The passion fruit one is my favorite, but like I said, I hate drinking plain water. That is a very known fact. So I love the passion fruit one is the one I always get. All right, guys, not a super sexy thing, but I always have canned tuna in the pantry. Just, I mean, you can easily make a sandwich or wrap with it. Good source of protein that I know is gonna help keep me full. So I like these ones. Just, I mean, super easy. Get it in focus there. There we go. I like these, 77 cents, like can't beat it. I always get a variety of proteins here. Usually I will get some like ground beef, ground turkey, chicken, just the usual suspects. All right, frozen foods, guys. I always have these. I don't want to be cold, so I'm not gonna open that. I always get frozen broccoli. 6 minutes is the easiest side dish. I use a lot of these. So the frozen broccoli, the green beans, the Brussels sprouts. Where are those? Steamed Brussels sprouts. I always get these. I pretty much use all frozen veggies for dinner. It's just so easy. You can either throw them in the microwave or the air fryer, depending. They're the best. And they're like so freaking affordable, you guys. Like, hello. $1.29, like, thank you. All right, guys, I will open this one. We always get every Sunday, we have Sunday night pizza night, and this is the pizza that we usually get, and we'll doctor it up. Like everything but the bagel seasoning is so good. My husband really loves I like it too, the crispy crust. So we prefer a thin crust. There's nothing wrong with other ones. Let's go back. Let's look at them actually, the specialty ones. Okay, so here's an example of one that we like might get in place of that, like a hot honey one. So this is barbecue chicken. The one over there is pepperoni. We might decide, okay, we want this. Like it just depends. It just depends. That one looks really good. Okay, so I think like the last thing that I will pretty much like always get is some sort of ice cream, or I make a no churn ice cream, you guys. I have to say, like, sometimes I don't always feel like making it, but it's so easy. I will link in the description lots of my no churn ice cream. You can literally make ice cream yourself and it tastes way better than Ben & Jerry's. But I mean, sometimes you just like don't want to do that, so we'll just grab something. Or maybe we see, like, they do have a lot of like fun like bars or stuff like that, so we might grab one of those. But I'm an ice cream girly. I like to have sweets on hand. When you have no food rules and you're an intuitive eater, you can have a house full of sweets and not worry about it. It's great, guys. I absolutely almost got in the wrong car. So yes, those are a lot of the things that I usually buy every single week. That's not everything I buy every week, but it is things that, like I said, as I was going through the store, I was like, I know I will put this in my cart every single week, or check before I go to make sure that I have it. So I hope that just kind of helps you see what it actually looks like to shop as an intuitive eater. And grocery shopping is just so much less stressful, you guys, when you don't have food rules and you can think about things like eating the ice cream, having pizza night and not freaking out about it. Also, getting more of those nutrient-dense foods that are going to make you feel fueled and feel good. It's a balance between all of those things. So if you need help with that, I do have a really great 5-step guide ebook that's going to tell you the 5 unskippable steps to living a life of no food rules. There's so many misconceptions out there, you guys, and a lot of missteps. The ebook actually also talks about the most common missteps that people take. And if you feel like you've tried getting rid of your food rules, if you feel like you've tried giving intuitive eating a go, but it's not working or it doesn't feel good, grab this ebook because it's going to also tell you, I bet you've done one of these missteps. So I will link that in the description for you. If you're unfamiliar with Aldi, where I was shopping, I have a whole video on how to shop at Aldi. As you saw, it is kind of limited in the store layout and what they have, but you save so much money, like I said, and you can find some really good things. So I will link that video in the description as well for you guys if you want to take a look at that. But that's it for this video, you guys. I want to hear what you thought about it in the comments. I feel like you guys always love just coming to the grocery store with me. There are also things that I will buy at Costco or Trader Joe's. So if we need to do like another video with the things that I buy there, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you learned something from it, got a new idea or something to put on your grocery list, or you snag that 5-step guide so you can become an intuitive eater too. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go home. My arm is killing me from holding you guys up. I feel like that always happens. It starts off like, oh, this is fine holding this up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my arm's falling off. So I'm gonna go home, and I'll see you guys later.